Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down an oral health supplement called ProvaDent. We're going to be digging into a recent review of the product to really understand what it is, how it's supposed to work, and, the results it's claiming to deliver. So let's just get right into it. All right, let's kick things off with a frustration that I think a lot of us can relate to. You do everything you're supposed to, right? You brush, you floss, maybe you even use mouthwash, but you still kind of look in the mirror and feel like something's just not quite right with your oral health. So yeah, let's explore that feeling. This common concern that a lot of people have about their smiles, even when they're trying their best. And here's the thing, if you've ever felt like your daily routine just isn't cutting it, maybe it gets things like bad breath or your gums feeling sensitive, the review we're looking at makes it really clear you are definitely not alone. It's a super common feeling, even for people who are, really diligent about their oral hygiene. So what's really going on in there? Well, the reviews suggest that the problem goes way deeper than just, leftover bits of food. It's actually about this microscopic battle that's happening inside your mouth 24/7. And that brings us to the supposed root cause, an oral microbiome imbalance. It sounds kind of complicated, but really just think of your mouth as its own little ecosystem. When the population of the bad guys, the harmful bacteria, starts to outnumber the good guys, well, that's when problems can start to pop up. And here, you can really see the two sides of that fight. On one side, you've got the good bacteria, your allies, working to keep your gums healthy and your breath fresh. But on the other side, you've got the bad bacteria, doing the exact opposite, causing gum irritation, creating bad odors, and building up plaque. Okay, so if the problem is this bacterial tug-of-war, then it makes sense that the solution would try to tip the scales back in the right direction, right? And that is where, according to the review, ProvaDent comes in. Now, it's positioned as something totally different from a toothpaste or a mouthwash. It's a dissolvable tablet you take every day, and it's designed to work from the inside out by putting beneficial probiotics back into your oral microbiome. So how does it claim to work? Well, it's basically a simple 1-2 punch. First, it repopulates your mouth with good bacteria to kind of crowd out all the bad stuff. And second, it uses natural ingredients to help defend your teeth, making it harder for plaque to stick in the first place. All right, so what's actually in this formula? Let's peel back the curtain and take a closer look at what makes it tick. But first, just a little background from the review. It says the formula was reportedly developed with a dentist, a Dr. Knudsen, and it's made here in the US by a company called Adem Naturals. Okay, here's the lineup of key ingredients and what they're supposed to do. You've got cranberry extract, which is there to help stop bad bacteria from clinging to your teeth. Then you've got the real core of the formula, 4 specific probiotic strains. There's also organic xylitol, which is a sweetener that actually doesn't feed the bad bacteria. Purple carrot powder is in there for antioxidants. And finally, you see this proprietary blend called the BioFresh Clean Complex, which means its specific formula is unique to them. And that last one, the BioFresh Clean Complex, brings us to a very specific number. The review claims that studies on this blend showed a 47% reduction in plaque buildup within just 24 hours. That is a pretty bold and precise claim. So, with that whole cocktail of ingredients, what are the actual benefits that users can supposedly expect to see? Well, the review breaks it down into 5 main areas. Users have reported fresher breath that gets to the root cause, healthier gums, stronger feeling tooth enamel, a naturally whiter smile as surface stains are reduced, and just an overall feeling of better oral health. And the review really seems to zero in on gum health. It highlights the specific claim about users seeing less bleeding, less swelling, and less redness. And that makes sense, right? Since healthy gums are really the foundation of a healthy mouth. All right, let's get into the practical stuff. We're talking cost, where you can buy it, and what kind of guarantee comes with it. Now, this is a really key detail from the review. ProvaDent is only sold on its official website. And the reason they give for this is to make sure that customers are always getting the real, authentic product straight from the source. When it comes to the price, it's tiered. A single bottle for a 30-day supply is $69. But if you buy in bulk, the price per bottle drops pretty significantly, down to $59 a bottle for a 3-month supply, and all the way down to $49 a bottle for the 6-month package. And this is a big one. The review highlights the 60-day money-back guarantee. Basically, this lets you try the product for 2 full months, and if you're not happy with it, you can ask for a refund, even if you've opened the bottles. So that brings us right back to where we started. The whole idea behind this review is that maybe an oral probiotic is the missing piece of the puzzle for a lot of people. And it leaves you with a really interesting question. Is the future of oral care less about just scrubbing the surface and more about managing the entire ecosystem inside our mouths? Thanks for watching.